Well, welcome to all of our internet friends, family, and following. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to visit your future. We're going to talk about our system that we call 3 to 5 years. Our target, ladies and gentlemen, our objective is to get you completely and totally and utterly free in the next 3 to 5 years. And that has nothing to do with you doing any type of marketing. No selling, no telling required. Now, with all of our trainings, we like to start things off with something that's nice and picturesque, designed to get you to dream again. Take those dreams off the shelf and blow off the dust. We are in the Amalfi Coast in Italy for today's quick mental vacation break. And let's go to work. Let's go to work here. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, our system exists because we want to get you completely and totally and utterly financially free in the next 3 to 5 years. And again, that has nothing to do with any type of marketing. Now, there is a referral side to what we're doing, and it pays handsomely. It kicks the patootie of any traditional affiliate marketing, network marketing, MLM type of model out there. But that's not what we're going to talk about in this training and the subsequent trainings. You'll find out more about that, okay? What we are going to do is we're going to leverage a 100% hands-free, fully automated trading platform. Now, when we first came online back in 2008, 2009, we were trying to teach people how to trade, specifically in the largest financial market in the world, known as the Forex market. Now, you may know little to nothing about the Forex. Don't worry about that. That's okay, Because we're not going to try to teach you how to trade. We tried that. It looked good on paper. Hey, teach a man, teach a woman how to fish, and they'll be able to eat for a lifetime. But if you just give them a fish, they might be able to eat for a day or two. So it sounded good trying to teach people how to trade. And what we found is, though it sounded really good, because so much of our audience or the people that we connect with are people that are coming from the marketing space. We got into the investment space back in 1994, but at the same time that we got into the marketing space. And so we've been in both spaces since 1994, and we just have, we just tend to attract a lot of people from the marketing space. And so what we found when we tried to teach people how to trade, now I'm a trainer, okay? I'm not the trader. Back in 08, 09, we brought together a team of traders, and we would do a couple of live webinars a week. We would go into the markets, and they had all of their chart indicators, and they had all their Fibonacci tools and MACD and all this technical market stuff. And what we found is that while people got excited about learning a new skill set early on, that about 3 weeks into it, 4 weeks into it, their eyes were crossed looking at those charts, and it was just far more difficult to teach people how to trade. If you want to learn how to trade, you come into our portal if you're not in our portal already, and we'll refer you out to. We don't make any money by doing this, but we'll refer you out to a system. You'll need $3,000 up front. You'll need $200 a month, and you'll need to commit 25 to 30 hours a week for the next year or so. If you do that, then after about a year, you'll probably be a decent trader. Well, if you don't have the $3,000 or not willing to commit the $3,000 for the education, the $200 a month so that you can attend the continual trading education, or maybe you have those resources, but you don't have the 25 to 30 hours a week to dedicate to learning how to trade, or maybe you have the 25 to 30 hours a week, you just don't want to spend that, okay? Well, that's why we've developed this particular system. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to clear off all distractions, make sure that you are watching this on your best device. Now, you may be watching this, you may already have gotten our free portal, in which case You're getting a series of messages to help you better understand our system. Or maybe someone has sent you this training page and you haven't yet gotten our portal. Our portal is absolutely free. So why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you at least get the free portal and come inside? Now, at the end of this training, I'm going to have our disclaimer king to come on. Our system is available to most people across the globe. There are maybe some jurisdictions that it's not available in, and so we'll have that disclaimer at the end of this training. Okay? All right, let's go to work. Okay, so folks, here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about the last 3 to 5 years of your life. Think about, one, some of the major events that have happened, good or bad, in the last 3 to 5 years. And then I want you to think about just how quickly the last 3 to 5 years have gone by. If you still have children in the home, for instance, I just celebrated, as I'm doing this recording, the day before doing this recording, we celebrated my daughter's 12th birthday. She's a tween. Okay, she's 1 year removed from being a teenager, and we're already starting to see some teenage signs. Have to check her on her attitude. But I thought about, my gosh, look at how quickly the last 5 years have gone by. I remember when she was 7, and my wife and I, we were looking at some photos, and my little girl is not so little anymore. She dwarfs my wife. Neither my wife nor I are that tall. I'm only 5'7" or so. My wife is 5 foot, but she dwarfs my wife, and she's probably going to be as tall as me in the next year or so. So we were looking at these photos of when she was, 6 years young, 7 years young. Now she's 12. And I thought to myself, my gosh, how quickly those years have flown by. So now let me ask you another question, okay? How has your financial life fared over the last 3 to 5 years? Has it gotten measurably better? And if so, congratulations to you. And if it's gotten that good, then, you may not be watching this video. Or has it pretty much stayed the same? Think about the entire financial life, not just your income, but even your outflows, not just your inflows, but your outflows. What's your debt look like today relative to where it was 3 to 5 years ago? Do you have more debt? Do you have the same amount of debt? Do you have less debt? Your inflows, your income, is it higher now than it was 3 to 5 years ago? Your outflows, is it higher or lower than it was 3 to 5 years ago? And here's the reality. If you feel like you pretty much have been at a standstill the last 3 to 5 years, or things have gotten worse, even if it was a standstill. Let's say you're making about the same amount of money you were making 3 to 5 years ago, or you're in about the same amount of debt as you were 3 to 5 years ago. The reality is staying the same is really a regression. Why? Because when it comes to money, let's say we stayed the same. Let's say you've got about the same amount of debt. Let's say that you have about the same amount of income, okay? The problem with that is that while things maybe stayed the same, the regression comes in from the standpoint that it costs us more to buy the same thing today than what we bought 3 years ago or 5 years ago. Now, obviously, I'm painting with a broad brush. Things like technology, a computer costs less today than it did 3 to 5 years ago, that same computer, but it's probably obsolete, okay? And so I want us to be very honest in our assessment of how have the last 3 to 5 years gone, 1. 2, if you continue doing what you've done the last 3 to 5 years, what will the next 3 to 5 years look like? And if you're not excited about that picture, then you want to watch this training and any other subsequent trainings. And if you don't already have our free portal, no monthly subscription, no annual subscription, make sure you get our free portal. Now, I want to deal very quickly with the elephant that's in the room. The elephant that's in the room is that most people who come online are looking to generate either additional revenue now, or they're definitely looking at making some changes, over time. For some people, they're looking for a major lifestyle change. They want to be able to ultimately replace an income, whether it's a part-time income they replace or whether it's a full-time income they replace. Or they want to have just a completely different lifestyle change. But here's the problem, okay? There's a bunch of crud on the internet. There's a bunch of crap on the internet. There's a lot of scams on the internet, okay? And most people, when they come online, they suck. That's why we've got the baby sucking the pacifier. They suck when it comes to making money online, whether it is through marketing, maybe affiliate marketing, network marketing, multi-level marketing. We know most people are horrible at selling. Most people are horrible at telling. So if you've been relying on a system that the only way you were going to generate revenue or the only way you were going to see positive results is you had to do some type of selling or telling, some type of affiliate marketing, network marketing, multi-level marketing, well, that just doesn't work for most people. Others have tried other venues. They've tried trading. Maybe they've tried trading in the Forex. Maybe they've tried cryptocurrencies or what have you. But most people have struggled in those areas as well. Maybe you've tried e-commerce, drop shipping, selling on eBay, selling on Amazon, so on and so forth. And, I have some marketing buddies that they weren't so great at marketing, but they did decently well for a while with e-commerce. And then, that seemed, a lot of people got interested in e-commerce, and then they started to see their profit margins dwindle and dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. So the point is, we know that most people struggle in finding a platform or platforms, a niche or niches, where they can start to generate maybe cash flow and then ultimately have a lifestyle change. We have developed this 3 to 5 years system with Joe and Susie Average in mind, knowing that most struggle when it comes to marketing, most struggle when it comes to selling, most struggle when it comes to telling. Now, I want to finish today's training because we want to give you this training in bite-sized pieces. I want to finish today's training highlighting Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant. If you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is, please take time and Google him. Get your hands on any of his works that you can. He may be the most influential financial educator of our day. Now, he's got a work that he calls the cash flow quadrant, and it's his guide to financial freedom. And what he says is that the reason that most people struggle financially is they live on the left-hand side of the quadrant. They're either an employee, and we're never going to poop on your job, for those of you who have gainful employment, or they are self-employed. Now, I remember when I was first introduced to Robert Kiyosaki's writings, I was being personally mentored, not by Kiyosaki, but by a gentleman who was a millionaire, is a millionaire, multimillionaire now. And he thought for the longest that he owned a business. He had an accounting firm and had a few employees. And his accounting firm at that time would generate about $500,000 a year or so in revenue. Okay, and he considered himself to be a business owner until he started reading Robert Kiyosaki's works, and then he figured out he wasn't a business owner; he was self-employed. And what would happen is he and his wife would take a 2-week vacation in the summertime every year, and what he noticed is that when he was not there, his receipts, his revenue would start to drop. So when he would take that 2-week vacation, his revenue during those 2 weeks would drop off sharply. And that's when he realized, well, he didn't have a business. All right. Having a business means that you own a system and that system works for you. Well, in 1994, I stumbled upon the marketing arena. I knew nothing about marketing. I stumbled across it because I was interested in learning about investing. And there was a marketing company that marketed investment-based products and services. So that's how I got into marketing and in the investment world at the same time. Well, that company had a multi-level, multi-tiered approach to its compensation, often referred to as multi-level marketing or network marketing, what have you. And they taught, as so many companies teach, that in network marketing and multi-level marketing, you're not in business for yourself. I'm sorry, you're in business for yourself, not just by yourself. And I bought that. Boy, I bought that hook, line, and sinker, and have spent the better part of a quarter century in the network marketing space. Struggled like most. Eventually, we got our bearings. After about a decade in the industry, we got our bearings, started doing really well. As I'm doing this recording, we've developed 6 businesses that produced 7 figures or more a year. And in some cases, multi-millions per year. But I no longer subscribe to network marketing or MLM being the end-all, be-all, or be-all, end-all. Because I've had 4 times, I've had situations where I was generating over $20,000 a month, and then for some reason, the next month, the check didn't come. I'm working with one company where over 20 grand a month, and something happened, and I had to start all over. Marketing with another company, we started generating about $90,000 a month, and something outside of our control happened, and that company was no longer. Was working with another company in the network marketing space, got up to well over $100,000 a month in commissions, and unfortunately something happened, and in one day, that company ran into some issues and got shut down, and the $100,000 a month was gone. Now, if I'm frustrated, and I've just shared 3 situations with you, all right, and the lowest of those, I was making 20 grand a month or so, and the next month the money didn't come, and then 90 grand a month was another opportunity, then 100 grand a month was another opportunity. If I'm frustrated, if I have come to the conclusion that network marketing, MLM, affiliate marketing for most people is not the end-all, be-all, then what about my Joe average? What about my Sue average? What we're going to talk about in the coming trainings, what we talk about inside of our portal, what we have developed after a year in beta testing. Beta testing is where you find out not just what works, but more importantly, what doesn't work, so that you can right whatever wrongs you found out in beta. We want to concentrate on you becoming an investor. And that's what Kiyosaki says. That's the ultimate, where our money is making money for us, where we're no longer having to labor for the money, but the money is laboring for us. So with our system, you're going to be able to leverage a 100% hands-free, fully automated trading platform. Now, we have real Forex traders behind the system. We're not going to try to teach you how to trade. We are going to enlighten you. We do want you to understand it as you undertake it. So if you don't already have our portal, get our portal. There'll be more than ample enough training for you to make a prudent choice as to whether or not you want to set up your own trading account. The trading account will be in your name. You will be able to access a portal from the broker where you'll be able to see every trade, winner or loser, none of that flim-flam, none of that shim-sham stuff, okay? You won't have to learn how to trade, but again, we want you to understand it as you undertake it. We're going to at least give you a conceptual understanding of the methodologies of our traders. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to break the bank. If once you have gotten the information, we give you as much information or as little information as you need to make a prudent choice. Once you've gotten the information, if you set up your own trading account, you fund your own account, you'll be able to fund an account with as little as 350 US dollars, 350 Great British pounds, 350 Euro dollars, so on and so forth. Okay? And we've got a lot more that we're going to be sharing with you over the coming days and weeks. If you're already in our portal, then you have training that you can access right now. If you are want to go on and start learning more and more about our system. For those of you who do not have our portal, there's likely a call to action button or some type of link or something where you can get access to our system. It is absolutely free. No monthly subscription, no annual subscription. Why wouldn't you at least do that? Okay, we're going to be back in another day, 2 or 3. For those of you who are getting this by email or text or social media post, go on and get your portal if you don't already have it. If you already have the portal, go through the content so that you can make a prudent choice to set up your own trading account. Please listen to this disclaimer from our disclaimer king, because unfortunately there are a couple jurisdictions that this system will not be available in. So please make sure you listen to this disclaimer. We'll see you in our next training. We love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours, and let's get you completely and totally and utterly financially free in the next 3 to 5 years. Here's that disclaimer.
Welcome, I am your disclaimer king. Please pay attention to this very important disclaimer. While our system is designed to get you completely and totally and utterly financially free in the next 3 to 5 years, trading the foreign exchange on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Past performance is not indicative of future results. The high degree of leverage can work for you, but can also work against you. Before deciding to invest in the foreign exchange, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. The possibility exists that you could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment, and therefore you should not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. You should be aware of all of the risks associated with the foreign exchange trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Today's training will introduce a fully automated 100% hands-free Forex managed account. This is referred to as a PAMM account. While the system is automated and 100% hands-free for you, it is manned by real Forex traders. This PAMM account is not registered with any US regulator, NFA or CFTC. In turn, products or services in our Forex system are not intended for residents of the United States. Information and services through our website and training are accessible worldwide. However, it's not directed at residents in any country or jurisdiction where distribution or use would be contrary to local laws or regulations. The responsibility is on the individual or entity to seek professional advice with local laws or regulation based on residency or jurisdiction of that individual or entity. Now, back to my training partner for today's training. Happy trading!